Welcome to 7 Pot Club. I'm Rob.
I grow hot peppers.
We're nearing the end of April, or as we call it here in Minnesota, late winter. I'm trying to wrap up as many loose ends as possible before I have surgery in just a few days, but I had to make time for a quick grow season update. In this episode, we'll check in on the progress of my 400 plus hot pepper seedlings. I have an update on the lighted seed starting tray I reviewed last month. Then, I'll get a head start on the season by turning over some dirt in the front garden beds. I'll also unveil a new batch of Scoville Scalé, our collaboration hot sauce with Hot Heads Official. I'm pleased as peppers to be making this video for you today, so let's get started. Down here in the basement, most of the plants are looking quite healthy. There are always a few stragglers, leaf droppers, and underperformers, but today I want to focus on the positive. The 3 trays in my office, all 7-pot varieties, are particularly lush, and I've got 2 mini yellow ricotos growing in the Aero Garden. Except for a few days when we were out of town visiting family, I've been keeping up with my daily tray rotation, which ensures that each tray gets the same amount of light. I don't have time to show you all the interesting and unusual varieties I'm growing this year, but I'm going to show you a few. Later in the season, it will be all about the pods, but at this early stage, the focus is on the foliage. If you follow 7 Pot Club on social, and I hope you do, you may have already seen some of these. Here's Capsicum rhomboidium, an ancient relative of hot peppers. The name comes from the shape of the leaves. I'm excited for the appearance of flowers and later the small no-heat berries. Seeds from Semillas La Palma. Mutant Candlelight. Seeds from my friend Ted Gibbons. I'm told this is a desert adaptation from North Africa. With its thin, spiky leaves, it's certainly the most unusual looking pepper plant I've ever grown. It's starting to bud, and I can't wait to get it outside and see it mature. Here's the plant everybody in the pepper community seems to be talking about this year, the Matapino from Matt's Peppers. It even has its own Facebook group. And thanks to Matt's generosity, I hosted a Matapino seed giveaway earlier this year. This is a jalapeno anomaly discovered by Matt several years ago. Both the plant and the pods are variegated. Overall, I'm experiencing much less leaf curl this year than I normally do. But I'm embarrassed to admit that all my Matapinos have curled leaves. This is the best looking of the bunch. I know they should all do great once I get them outdoors, but I'm still a little bummed. If you're watching, Matt, tell me what I'm doing wrong. Here's another variety I got from Matt, the Reaper Spagliato. I believe this is a cross of a Carolina Reaper with a Pimenta Puma. I'm not sure what color the pods will ripen to, but I sure do love the deep color of the foliage. Here are 2 Venezuelan purple variegated. I'm not sure how well the camera is picking this up, but there is a great deal of color variation in the leaves, almost like a camouflage pattern. Can't wait to see what the pods look like. Here's one you've seen before, my favorite ricoto, the Ecuadorian red pepper for health. Look at the amount of root growth on this one. Even though they're not exotic, I had to include a couple of the 7 pots growing in my second floor office. They're taking a short subterranean holiday to appear in this video. If you're in the Twin Cities area and would like to purchase some of my plants, don't forget about our annual neighborhood plant sale on May the 21st. In addition to 7 Pot Club, there will be 2 other growers with hot pepper plants, plus a lot of other annuals, perennials, and houseplants. I'll provide a link with info in the video description. Several weeks back, I made a video about mini seed starting trays, including this version with LED lights in the dome. I planted some KS Lemon Starburst seeds in one of these lighted trays, and here's how it turned out. Of course, seeds planted at the same time seldom germinate simultaneously, so by the time the tallest seedling was hitting the top, others were just getting started. That's when I had to remove the dome and let this tray join the other seedlings under an overhead light. I didn't really have room to grow more plants, so I gave this tray away to Rebecca, a fellow member of the Minnesota hot pepper community on Facebook. She sent me this photo, and it looks like they're doing just fine. My verdict? It works pretty well. The light is not bright, but it's effective because it's very close to the soil surface. It only draws 1.5 watts of electricity, so you can save a few coins and avoid using your bigger lights for a few weeks. So it's not exactly a gimmick, but I think its best use might be as an educational tool to get kids interested in growing plants. Link in the description. We had a nice sunny day last week, so I got out my shovel. I needed to do this because I won't be able to wield a shovel or lift heavy things for at least a month after my surgery. So, why am I having surgery? I hesitate to bring this up, but I really feel like you are all my friends. I wanted to let you know what's going on, minus any drama. Some of you are already aware that I have cancer. It's a type often found in men of a certain age, and I'm of that certain age. Here's the good news. After my high-tech robotic surgery, I should be completely cancer-free and ready for many more years of gardening, music making, and general mischief. My surgeon is very skilled and is on the faculty of the U of M Medical School. I'm in good hands with my care team. You know that my wife Kat is going to take great care of me during my recovery. So that's the story. I'm feeling very positive. And sorry if that was more than you wanted to know. So, you won't be seeing much of me over the short term, but know that there are torrents of new content to come. I hope to make an appearance at the plant sale on May the 21st, and I expect to be outside planting peppers by Memorial Day. Now, let's get back to the garden. First order of business, remove all the stumps. I left most of them in the ground when I cleared the garden last fall. When I dig them out, I try to leave as much of the roots in the ground as possible as compost to help feed the next generation of pepper plants. Speaking of peppers, I usually find a few fallen soldiers that perished when the frost of autumn descended on the North Star State. I'm done with the digging, but I'll return in a few days and top dress with some organic garden soil. Of course, I'm going to feed with fish manure, organic, humus, compost fertilizer, but I won't add that until just before planting. We recently collaborated with Lost Capital Foods on the fabulously flavorful and hot Calculated Risk hot sauce. But that wasn't our first hot sauce collaboration. In 2020, we worked with Hotheads Official to create Scoville Scalé. It's our remix of a classic Belizean hot sauce, but with super hot peppers. The well-received first batch is completely sold out, but don't be sad. Because of the great response, Hotheads founder Tim Myers has decided to keep Scoville Scalé in his lineup and has whipped up a fiery new batch. It's just as tasty and hot as the original, and each bottle contains peppers grown in our front yard garden. I eat it on everything. Get yours at hotheadsofficial.com. Visit the 7 Pot Club Amazon page to find many of my favorite gardening products. I earn from qualifying purchases, so thanks for supporting this channel. If you enjoy our content and would like to see more, you can help us grow by liking this video, subscribing to our channel, and tapping the bell to be notified when we post new episodes. Check out all our merch at 7pot.club/merch. If you'd like a free 7 Pot Club membership card and stickers, get the details at 7pot.club/card. And for even more 7 Pot Club, follow our daily exploits on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. For 7 Pot Club, I'm Rob. See you soon.